What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back again. It's your boy DJ 2K Nitro here with another video, another live. I see that, yeah, I like the lives. I get a lot of views and comments on the live, so I thought I'd do another live. I have more content with on my video page to share, but I'm waiting to share those because I see that this is going pretty well and getting a lot of views. But if anything, please comment, like, subscribe on all my videos, all my content. I got plenty of stuff. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to get up in here. If y'all like what I'm saying, definitely drop a comment in the comment section. I appreciate all the love. The last two lives did pretty well. Hopefully the third one goes well, or last two overall have been well. So we want to keep the vibe going, do what we do. I represent NYC, but I'm not there right now. But I wanted to drop a gem for all the fellas out there. You know, my channel is more guy-centric. I'm going to try to drop some gems, some info, some insights. But I need all the guys to support. Come on in. All you got to do is just give your time, a good vibe of energy. We're going to have a good discussion. I see people coming up in here. Come on in here, guys. We're going to get to it. We're going to talk about some things that I've experienced and want to give to you guys about dealing with single mothers. Okay, in a few minutes, we're about to start. I see 15 people up in here. That's what's up. We could get started just in a minute and go from there. Shout out to all the people that subscribe. Make sure you subscribing. Make sure you following so you know when I'm going live again, when I got new info to give y'all. I'm very handy with a lot of things, and dealing with single mothers is one of those things I'm very handy with giving y'all information about. So without further ado, we're about to begin. This is not specific to any race of women, meaning Black, Spanish, Latin, what have you. This is just my experiences in life. So if you drop something silly, I'm not gonna answer. You drop something real, I'm gonna give it attention. Make sure. Thank you for the big comment. Thank you, but let's get to it. So I know there's a lot of misconception or opinions out there about dating single mothers, and this is women with kids. I would say there's goods and there's bads. Let's try to do pros and the cons. Pros is, most times, I'm gonna be real, you know, when you're in your mentor as a man, if she has a kid, she's open to go to a certain level sexually with you. So there's no like, oh, misconception, she's not, in that space. You already know that if she has a kid, she's done something before. So you should know she might be willing to do it with you if you get to that point with her. So that's depending on how you look at it, is good or bad. If you want a woman that's pure, that means they've never been touched or anything like that, then that's probably bad for you, because it's like, oh, well, she had somebody else before me. I'm not really interested in somebody like that. I want somebody that's maybe more not hasn't dealt with any man like in that level. So that's kind of depending on how you look at it, kind of thing. But the point that I also want to get to is, when you deal with single mothers too, you have to take into account the child, obviously. So let's talk about the child. The child is going to be priority number one. All right, priority number one. So anytime you want to make plans, set dates, hang out, you got to always take that into account, depending on the dynamic with the age of the child, and if the child is with the father most of the time, or certain times. It's good to always find out, if you can, like, okay, does she have custody, or do they have some type of arrangement with the custody for the child? Because that helps you out. Because if she's full-time mom, the dad is not in the picture, for example, and the child is young, that's gonna make it tougher for you guys to hang out, because if she's working and then she got to take care of the kid. Where does that leave you? I think a lot of times, whether directly or indirectly, women don't take that to account. They only take into account that you trying to see them, you trying to hang out, but it might be true. Yeah, you want to see it, you want to hang out. Duh, obviously. But the point is, how can you build a connection if you can't hang out? And you as a guy, you gotta be wary of that because some women just want attention, meaning they got their kid already, right? They got the baby or babies. They look at you now as just a play toy, a plaything, somebody to get like a social vibe with. There's no intimacy there. So you gotta be very mindful of that. That's one thing about dealing with single mothers. You gotta be very mindful of. They will be one of the main people that will waste your time. I'm just being real. They'll be one of the main people, meaning they'll just endless text, endless talking. Oh, I can't see you because the baby this, baby that, or child this, child that, nobody to watch, no babysitter, da da da. You gotta be careful of that. You gotta take that into your own consideration as to if this is something you want to do. Because as we're getting older, as you're getting older, or as you get into the level age bracket that I'm in, you're gonna see as women get older, the less likely they are to want to do certain things. So, meaning, if your interest in a woman is marriage, just to hang out and hook up, or just to text and call. Most baby mothers are good for that. You could text and call them all day and just have endless conversations or whatever. They would like that, most of them, because they got the baby already. Sometimes they've been in relationships and then they're kind of like bitter, or they're kind of like not interested in really connecting with another man again. So that they're open to just talking, endless talking and chatting on the phone where it doesn't lead nowhere. They're down for that. So if you want to do that, great, be my guest. Go talk. Baby moms, single baby mothers are good for that. They would love that. That would be a good thing for them. Just to do that. But if you want to hang out and hook up mainly for whatever reason, maybe she got a few kids and you don't want to be stepfather or just deal with her like that. You want to just hit it and quit it almost, or just not use her, but just be with her for just a sexual encounter, just to hang out. You gotta always take into account the kid. If the kid has some sort of outlet besides a mother, you could do that. But just be mindful, if you catch feelings or she catch feelings for you, it's gonna be looked upon to be the stepfather. That's gonna be your role, regardless of what. I'm gonna tell you like this, because I'm kind of all over the place, but it's all gonna make sense. I'm gonna tell you like this. A few of my friends, I've done it before, but a few of my friends are still dealing with single mothers, meaning they have a kid already in their relationships, and they always tell me the same thing. At some point, regardless of what, you have to take care of that kid. So at some point, there's no way getting around it. There's no way getting around it. Whether the mother will say, "Oh, they taken care of, they're good. You ain't gotta do this." At some point, you're gonna have to do something for that kid, whether you want to or not, and they will prefer you to do something for the kid, regardless of what they say. Don't believe. That's another video, but don't believe half of what women say. Just believe what they do and how they interact with that. If you're gonna be an ongoing thing, if you just want to have fun with that woman, just make sure she has an outlet for that child. Meaning she has a babysitter, she has the father that's taking care of the kid, or the kid has like a schedule that allows her to like hang out, and she doesn't have all this work stuff going on where she's free. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But we also gotta say too, single moms with marriage, because I did mention marriage. Sometimes they want marriage. I ain't gonna lie. It's like anyone, like most women, single or with a kid or not. Some of them want marriage. Some of them have been, depending on what age level you're dealing with, which is gonna be my next video. That's a segue to my next live. Next time I go live, we're gonna talk about older women and younger women, what my experiences is. But anyway, we're gonna talk about marriage and single mothers. Sometimes they would like that because that gives them the security factor and the dynamic of an unbroken home, if you know what I'm saying. So now you're gonna have a home that's no longer broken. You have a man, woman, child, And then, like I said earlier, you're the stepfather now. You're willing to take on that responsibility of for that child and that family. So if you want marriage, and maybe let's say you can't have kids, yeah, single mother's cool. If she has the right mentality, we gotta get to that too. We'll talk about that, the mentality factor. That's cool. You just gotta talk to her, see where her head's at, see what she's about. Unfortunately, too, I noticed a lot of women that are gorgeous. I don't know what when they get to like 25, 30ish. Before that point, sometimes they had slipped up or and had a baby with somebody that probably was they wasn't meant to have a baby by. And I call that person just oops baby almost. They have a lot of, if you notice, if you're out there mingling dating, if they have one or under kid, typically that's by a dude that they didn't want to, maybe they wanted to be with, but he didn't want to be with her, and he knocked it up because she was gorgeous. She was beautiful. So he's gonna be a man. You gotta give me unprotected cheeks. I'm gonna splash off in it, not giving a F. So, and for the life of me, I will say this to fellas, if you're watching this, there is no understanding for a lot of things women do. Meaning they will do things that you just scratch your head about and be like, that didn't make much sense. But they in they work mind, they have a reason and a rationality for it, for so they say. But when they give you the story and you like analyze it back, it's like, why did you do that with this guy? Like it didn't make much sense. But that's neither here nor there overall. But if she still values marriage, which she didn't give to that first dude, but some reason she changed her mentality to the next guy. Oh, I want marriage before this. Hey, and you can't have kids. Hey, do your thing. I see a lot of comments coming in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe into the channel. I appreciate the love. I'm trying to just flow off the dome. This is a live stream. We up in here. I'm gonna stay on for a while with y'all. All right. Make sure you're liking the page, so when I go live again, you're ready for the live, and you know when I'm going live, what time and what day. I can't give you exact dates until I know my schedule 100% beforehand. But anyway, not to get distracted, I see all the comments. If you have something to add, I'll try to segue off of it and read what you have to say. Yes. Anyway. Women sometimes will make a oops baby, because I've seen it. I've had friends, female friends, that have had babies early, and then they change their whole train of thought and want to get married. So it can happen. It's up to you if you want to deal with that. I would say it's case by case basis. Meaning some women have a good head on their shoulders. Like for instance, come to mind one woman come to mind. Good woman, good person. Hardworking, got a degree, all that good stuff, very attractive, got knocked up by I'm gonna call him a bum, by a bum. But she was still attractive enough and good enough to get another guy, and another guy ended up marrying her down the line, and they still married to this day. So for whatever reason, women slip up and do stuff that will scratch your head, but it's up to you if you choose that that's something you want to deal with or not. But I would say that it does exist. Don't say it like, all these, if they've had a kid already, they're 3 or 4 instantly, automatically, blah, blah, blah. That's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? There are some women that even were married, had kids, and then now for whatever reason, the relationship, the marriage didn't work, and they entered the dating market. And it's up to you as a man to decide, do you want to date this woman? Do you want to take it serious and be a stepfather for the kids? I don't like the stepfather stuff personally, but to each his own. And this is nothing against single moms. I would date a single mom. I would even consider marrying a single mom if the child is old enough and has some sort of outlet besides the mother, because I don't want to be the only outlet. Because like I said before, you're going to be the only one you're going to be the only one having to take responsibility for that child that's not your biological child. So be mindful of that. I will also add to this, when dealing with single moms, what's also kind of difficult with them at times is when you're trying to make dates, and it could be how you look at it. When you're trying to set dates, the number one excuse to not see you was gonna be that child. Oh, I can't hang out because of the child this, the child that. Whether it's true or not, you as a man, you really can't say nothing because, like I said before, the child comes first. Everything goes first with that child. So you are priority number three. You got the child, you got the woman herself, and then you got or her job. Excuse me, you might even be number four. You got the child herself, the child, him or herself. You got the girl herself, because she could prioritize herself over you, her job, and then you. So you're fourth on the priority list to hang out. So you gotta always take that into consideration. But if she's willing to get rid of all three of those for you, you're in there. Meaning she's not making no excuses. She's working around her work schedule, and she's doing whatever she has to do another day so she can hang out with you. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So you should always take that in consideration how you want to play it, fellas. So you know that, you deal with it how you feel, and you go from there, depending on what you want from that situation. Well, I say don't date single mothers. No, some in my experience have been cool. I think some of the best interactions with women have been moms with kids. I think a lot of times they're more open and free with their body. I'll say that for the most part. Single moms, meaning they're more fun once you open them up. Meaning like you get close to them, and they let you in, and then they're more open than women without kids. Although at my age, it's rare I meet women without any kids. A lot of times at my age, when you meet women without any kids, is a woman that doesn't want any kids. And then their priority, quote unquote, is just to work. So that's another video for another time. We gotta talk about women without kids. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna give you all this game I have to give you while I can, because I'm not here forever, and I want to try to give as much game as I can. I feel I have a lot of game to give to the fellas out there, man. And I want to kind of co-sign stuff and like give deeper outlook on certain things. I know single moms get a lot of stuff said about them, whether some of it's true, some of it's not. Like, should a man want to be a stepfather? I'm not looking. Depending on how many kids, depending on the kids, it's variables to it. It's variables to it. Like if I met like a beautiful woman and she had one kid, right? Just for example, this is good. She would have to be very feminine, very peaceful, very have a high level domestic skills, and it could work with a one kid, and the kid has to be well mannered and all that stuff, and respectful. I will be honest, my father was a stepfather when he met my mother, and then he was another stepfather again when he divorced my mother and met my stepmother and had my sister. So he's done it 2 times. I've done it. I've just been in relationships with single. I've never married one, so no. But so it can happen. From his perspective, it can happen. I learn from other people's stuff, and I personally, again, I've tried it to see where it could go when women have more than 2 kids and they want something serious from me. That's really, in my mind, it's like a no-go. That's the no-go. Me, because I already know I'm not trying to take care of somebody else's kid, especially if the father is not doing his part. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but if I don't know, like let's say the father is doing his part, but she don't tell me, that's a red flag. But she should tell you, like she should tell me, okay, the father pays child support, blah, blah, blah. It should already be discussed. There should be no hidden secrets with stuff like that, because that's big. Because if you want to step in as the man to that woman and that child, you should know what is going on. You shouldn't be in the dark. Okay? So yes, every relationship is different. I kind of just said that. You're echoing what I said. So yes, but still, Should you not want to? It depends on the person. Depends on the person. Some people, some men and women want to just have their own fresh family. That's fine. Hi, cat. That is perfectly fine. You want to have your own family. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially you don't want to deal with the dynamics of the other person and the kid. It makes perfect sense. I get it. I would actually recommend that if you don't have any kids. I recommend that completely, but just be mindful of that. But the thing that I'm noticing these days that makes single mothers, I think, get a bad slack than they maybe some of them deserve, is that the single moms, regardless of how they look, they want the same thing a woman with no kids that's young wants. Like you're bringing more to the. I'm talking from a man's perspective. I can't talk from the females. I'm not a female, but from a man's perspective, you're bringing more to the table than what I'm bringing if I have no kids. So if you bringing 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 1 kid, for example, any type of kids, if you're bringing these kids and I'm supposed to come into your life and be a man to these kids, because regardless of what society says, kids need a father. They need a male presence in their life to make them more successful as a person and more balanced as a person. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, you don't need a. Yes, you do. You need a man in your life. You need men have a role in society that's undervalued these days. But anyway, still, when a woman brings extra stuff, she should bring something to balance it out. It shouldn't be the man does all these things and she does almost nothing or very little, and she bring a kid. So meaning you have to pay for her and those kids, and you're not getting a certain quality of woman. You should get a feminine, agreeable, supportive woman, more so than even a woman without kids. Although they should if they're gonna match each other, they should match each other in that regard. Meaning the woman should be fit, feminine, friendly, all that good stuff times 2 if she's bringing kids to the table. Versus sometimes you got women with attitudes, high expectations. You got to pay this for the kids, and you got like, come on. What does the man get? Let's be fair. What does the man get? The man got to get something out of it too. It can't just be one sided. Meaning she getting all these things from the man, and man getting nothing. What is he getting out of it? So it's got to. I don't think there's enough fairness anymore. That's why a lot of men are not signing up for it. If of all women, technically single moms should be the best woman to get for a man these days. Meaning the single mom should be more level-headed, more agreeable, more submissive, more friendly, more sexually pleasing. All those good stuff a man say that we don't get anymore. Those single moms should have, because they're trying to welcome a man into their lives and a kid's life to help them raise these kids. But they're not giving us that. They're not giving us much thanks, much kudos, much respect. Those kids probably a lot of times be very disrespectful, very rude. Oh, you're not my daddy. Oh, get out of here. Who are you? They don't want to listen. They're not well behaved, well mannered. So it's not a good deal for us. That's why single mothers get a bad rap these days. But if it wasn't for that, I do think more men would be open to dealing with single mothers, single mothers. But it's not. They want the same things a young, attractive, childless woman wants, and it just don't work that way. In most men's mind, it don't work that way. And yeah, a man will entertain those women to a certain level, but when it comes to commitment, long-term commitment, it's a no-go, because it's like I can get a better offer outside of you than dealing with you and these kids. So yeah, but either way, it is. There are some good single moms. I've dealt with some good, some bad. I could tell you a lot of stories about the bad, but let's just harp on some good. Some good, yeah. Some really good single mom. Meaning that another thing I didn't mention. A lot of times they come with good cooking skills, because they're used to cooking for the child, or just cooking in general now because they have a quote unquote family. So they sometimes come with good cooking skills. So that's a good plus for the most part. Sometimes they come with good cleaning skills because they're used to cleaning for the child, so they know how to clean. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they come with more. Well, when it comes to making money, they want to hustle. They have more of a hustler drive because they know they have to provide for this child. So let's try to get this money because I gotta feed my child. So they come, if that's a benefit to you, that's something. Sometimes, like, if you haven't noticed, or you notice, sometimes single women with no kids, I don't want to say they're lazy, but sometimes they don't have that ambition, that drive to do much. They just want to especially they're attractive. They just want to be pretty and show up. They don't really want to do much. No offense, but sometimes single moms have more ambition, more drive, more determination because they know that they're motivated by something, they're driven by something with the kid. So that could help you sometimes. Meaning that they will put, if they really want you, they will put more effort to attract you so you could be with the family. But it just depends on you and what she has to offer you. Hopefully that baby father is not crazy, because hopefully that's another red flag. If that MF is crazy, and you might not want to deal with that woman, because you got to. I have another situation I could think of where somebody been with a woman for a long time, and they baby daddy crazy, and he won't marry her, but he's just being with her, but he won't marry her because the baby daddy crazy, and he always causing problems with their relationships from time to time, and it's a clash because men can be territorial just like women can be. So if you dealing with another man's baby mother, regardless if it's years ago or whatever, he's liable to start acting stupid at some point, or especially now you got his kid in there, and you around his kid, he liable to act stupid potentially, depending on what happens, what goes on in your relationship. So you gotta always take that into account. That's why another reason why a lot of dudes don't want to be a stepdad, because the other person, that I did mention that, but I want to also just further emphasize on that. So you got to take all those into consideration if that's just some. And in my opinion, though, the women should do something about that baby father. Whether put him on a restraining order, put him on some type of. You only have this type of communication with the child and me. If he's known to be abusive, if he's known to be a certain type of way, just make sure he's not around to interfere. But a lot of times that's not the case, unfortunately. So, but that's something you got to take into account. But either way, though, I hope you liking what I have to say. Please, if you're new, drop a comment, drop a like. Let me know you're here. I will leave this part open for some questioning and concerns if you have any. I will say again, nothing wrong with dating a single mom. Nothing wrong dating and mating and hooking up with a single mom. Nothing at all. It just depends on her mentality, the kids' outlet, and just you understanding that you're not going to be priority number one. Never. You'll never be priority. I don't care if y'all get married. You'll never be priority number one. Them kids, whether it's your kids or her kids, they're going to come first in that woman's mind. Unless she maybe has some type of religious background where she respects the tree where God, man, children, woman, whatever it is, then maybe you'll come first in some aspects. But other than that, if she's not raised like that, you'll always be second fiddle to that child. So you gotta take that into consideration if that's something you wanna deal with and stuff like that. But let me see what questions y'all have. If y'all have any questions, I'll try to answer them real fast. I see a lot of comments here. Shout out to everybody commenting. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It can happen. Sometimes single moms will use men because they have a bitter outlook on men, depending on the women. They have a bitter outlook on men. They feel like, okay, I got gamed. This guy got me, so I'm gonna get the next man. He gonna pay for this baby, or I'm gonna try to get over. Versus, let me try to find a better man than the one that I was with that maybe left me or didn't do me right. Let me try to find a better man that could just stay long term. A lot of times, some women, unfortunately, they want short term answers. They want stuff fast, immediate. They don't want to have to deal with nothing long term. They want to get in, get this man, suck him dry, kick him out, and just rotate it like that. Just they don't care. Versus somebody that's a good, wholesome person, and have a long, ongoing relationship with that person and whatever. But that's another story for another day. We can get into it if y'all want to. I just want to talk about my experience with baby mothers. I've had some bad ones too. Some bad ones just really nasty, really rude, really condescending. I'm like, yo, you got all these kids, and I'm here trying to be nice to you, and this is how you treat me. There's no appreciation, very low appreciation. Like I said earlier, single moms should be very appreciative of any man that come into their life most of the time. Any man, especially if he's willing to deal with the kids. If he's open to dealing with kids, you should be the most appreciative woman on the earth. If a man's willing to deal with you and your kids, and be in a relationship, a serious relationship with you. So I don't get that. And you have women out there that just are nasty, but that's another issue. I'm just reading some of the comments. Shout out. She told me she loved me more than her kid. Oh, that's what's up. That's if you had a woman that said that she loved you more than she loved her kids. That's good and bad. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, you know. So if you have to wonder why would she want you? Why would she want to undervalue her kids for a guy that she's not in a relationship with? I don't know if you guys in a relationship or what, but that's really interesting because most women always prioritize the kids over especially if it's not the baby father, at least any other man over them kids most of the times. And then when they don't, most people are going to question that woman's sanity to say, like, is she a fit mother? Because most mothers going to always prioritize their kids over the next man. But yeah, there be some ghetto women out there, man, and it's sad. It's really sad, like that mentality, that ghetto mentality. But I'm trying to see if anything else that you want me to cover in regards to single mothers and stuff like that. I do think I see a lot of times people say, "Oh, you don't want single mothers." You know what I'm saying? It depends. It's case by case. There's some beautiful women, and of course they have the kid. When you get 30, 40 plus, it's a given. That's one of the things you just ask. Like, how many kids you got? Oh, I got one. Oh, I got two. You don't even just assume she don't got no. You almost surprised when she doesn't at a certain age, because you know when you talk to a 30 to 35-year-old and her clock, she is something wired in a woman's brain. They have to have a kid. They have to have a kid. It's something going in their brain constantly to have kids. So if they 30, 35, that clock has been in their head for a long time, 9 times out of 10, saying baby, 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 baby. So they got a kid somehow, some way they got a baby, and then you just gotta just take that and like, okay, I'm gonna deal with this woman, or I'm not gonna deal with this woman based on the kid or based on X, Y, and Z. It's up to you to decide. That's up to you. Oh, okay. I see. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's most men. Most guys is like, hey, if it's not my problem. That's in a way. That's how you can look at it. You know, that's why some guys just get in and get out with single moms, or just most women in general, but just single moms we're talking about. They get in and get out because they don't want to get attached. You know, you don't want to get attached. You don't want to stay in, because the deeper you get in that relationship, at some point she got to introduce you to them kids, and then she introduces them kids. Then the kids got to always now they're going to be a tag along. When y'all do something, now you got to include the kids. Oh, can man come? Let's do this. And now you got extra people coming that you got to feed and you got to tend to. So it adds up. So you got to decide if you want to do that. I will tell you too, personal experience that's happened to me before, and I will never allow it to happen again. Dated a chick, met this girl on a cruise. Nice looking, had a young child. Nice looking, long distance kind of situation. But I met her on a cruise. We hooked up, not sexual, but just exchanged numbers and stuff like that. We was feeling each other, vibing. I went out to go visit her, and when I went out to go visit her, she brought her son along. I agreed to it, but I never did it before. I was like, oh, okay, young kid, whatever. Never do that again, because that's a cop block. The kid is a cop block, and like I said, you gotta feed the kid, you gotta entertain the kid. You think it's gonna get you brownie points and cool points with the moms? I never got nothing out of that girl. I mean, we never did anything romantic for after that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we talked and stuff, but she said anytime we hang out, my son gotta always come. That's because the baby daddy ain't ish. And the kid had no other outlet but the mom. That's why I tell you what I tell you. I live with a lot of times from experience. If that kid had an outlet, then that's something me and her could arrange. Okay, let's hang out, me and you only, because you have an outlet. Now I have a woman today in my phone that's willing to meet a lot of the standards I want in a woman. Meaning she's submissive, she's friendly, she's, all them type of things, attractive. But she has a daughter. This one has a daughter, but for her to hang out with me, she says the same mumbo jumbo. Or if I hang out with you, I gotta bring my daughter. There's a young daughter, but she gotta bring my daughter. Now, I've dealt with that already. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna have you and the daughter here at my place. Like, I don't want that. I wanna hang out with you. I don't want the daughter around, because I don't know if I'm gonna stay with you a certain length of time and have that child around and introducing me. Regardless, like y'all said, regardless of what, you're gonna have to, if that kid is there and you're there, you're gonna have to deal with the kid. There's no, oh, you don't have, no. You're gonna have to deal with the kid. End the story. There's no way getting around it. Women will try to downplay that so you can hang out with them and do stuff. No, you're gonna have to hang out with that kid. The kid can be, because the kids got needs too. They gonna be crying, wanting stuff. You gotta feed them, change them if they too, so they're blocking, and you don't want that. So yeah, this nice girl, everything. The kid gotta come. I'm like, I don't know about that. And I was like, yo, no, there's no way, because I don't trust nobody taking care of my kid, but me and da. But then I'm like, where the father at? Again, like I said, you got women that will have these kids by dudes that they just like, why would you have a baby by that dude? You telling me, and these be nice looking chicks. You telling me no decent brother could have knocked you up if you wanted to get knocked up so bad? And when I say a guy that would at least be willing to take the kid on weekends or something like that every once in a while. You just got knocked up by some dude that you don't even know nothing about. Like, but again, like I said in the beginning, women will do things that are strange to us men that are logical, and then we'll just never understand what in their brain. Only they know in their brain why that made sense at that time. Why did you get close to this guy and let him penetrate you unprotected and shoot off his seeds in you, like, and you don't care about the ramifications afterwards if you get pregnant. Like, again, going back to that first girl, just real fast, just backstory. She said, oh, the baby daddy had a condom on and she still got pregnant, but lo and behold, little stuff she's talking about, dude, he was like a bum, and he's smoking weed all the time, and mind you, this is a smart woman, meaning I think she got a master's degree, nice looking body. She's a nice, pretty girl, pretty woman at the time. I'm sure she still looks good. And you let a dude like that smash, and you gotta give me that cockamamie story about the condom breaking. I don't know if I believe that. But even still, you let a dude like that even get that far with you. But you giving a guy like me, who got no kids, got a good head and shoulder, was making some money, is still making money, and you giving me a hard time about like getting that close to you. Come on, man. This is the backward stuff women do. Again, like I said, she meeting me at first, yeah, she was, into me hard body, and it should have stayed that way. And it should have remained that way. Even more, she should have been doing more to maintain my interest level so I would want to be in her life. But like I said, you got women that want a same high value stuff that a single woman with no kids want. That was her. She want the same high value stuff, meaning she want me to take her out, wine and dine, phone calls, this and that, paying for her gas, paying for flowers, doing all this stuff, versus she gives virtually nothing but her presence. and a child. So are you kidding me? This is what be out there sometimes for us guys to deal with. And then when we complain, we're the bad guys about single moms. But it shouldn't be a overall thing. It's like I'm talking on experience. I'm talking from experience. I would never do that again. That woman again, she was very attractive, but she had baggage, and she had baggage that had no father there. So that's even worse. I mean, the kid can't never go nowhere. He 100% with moms. So it's like, what am I getting from wanting to be with you? And the kid was on the spectrum. So it's like, it's a lot with that. So it's like, I didn't know that till I met her, up with her, and seen it hung out with the kid and all that stuff. But anyway, these are just situations that I've dealt with that I'm able to live off to tell you and talk to you about. I'm not just making stuff out my behind. You know what I'm saying? And that's another part I didn't touch on too. Sometimes these kids be having mental problems where they are on it, then that makes it even worse. If you want to be, and if depending on how you look at it, if you want to be the stepfather for that child, because they're gonna need extra care than other people. Still live with mama. Yeah. So it is what it is. But I see. We gotta get some mods one day, man. If you ever want to be a mod, let me know. We get this thing jumping live and having people police these chats, because I want more engagement going on, more dialogue. We could talk about things. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, you're welcome to share. Most stepdad stories are not the best that I've heard or encountered from firsthand experience or secondhand experience, excuse me. So not to say it's always gonna be that bad, but it can be better. I'm telling you, women can make it better, more beneficial. The more kids you got, the more fit you should be, the more friendly you should be, the more submissive you should be, more cooperative you should be to a man that you want in your life. It should not be you coming with the least of all those things I just mentioned. Meaning, unless you like big girls and you want to stay big, that's on you as a man. But she should have all those things. Like, again, most women I talk to have kids, but I don't take them that serious beyond a certain point, because they're not giving me more with the extra baggage than I feel that they should be giving me. Yes, I'm in America. Shout out to the international people. We got international people on this chat. That's what's up. Shout out to the international people. Israel, stay safe over there. Please stay safe over there. What's going on in the world out there? So stay safe out there. Hopefully you're safe. Make sure too, if you haven't, you like, comment, subscribing, so you know when I'm going live again. I have more gems to drop for y'all. I have more things to give to y'all about just understanding, how to date and mate out there. But anyway, yeah, most women I talk to are unfortunately single moms. I'm trying to get more women that don't have kids, and I'm gonna talk about that next time. And there are some that I do talk to, but there's other barriers and factors with that at times that you have to take into account, that I'm taking into account. But for the most part, that's another thing. Some single moms are more willing to get closer to you because they know not a lot of guys like that. So if you want something a little bit less competitive, because nobody's really going to overly compete for a single mom beyond one thing most of the time. So if you want less competition towards that woman, that's a good thing about a single mom. Versus a woman with no kids, she's going to have a lot of suitors, especially if she's beautiful, she's pretty. She's going to have a lot of suitors. So you have to just take that into account when versus a single mom and a woman with no kids, that's attractive. So that's up to you as a man, what you want to do, and figure it out like that. But I will definitely say single moms are a little bit more easier to at least approach, have a conversation, and then go from there and blah, 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 blah. So I would say that versus a woman with kids and she's attractive, she gonna feel LeBron James gonna leave his wife to talk to her, or Drake's gonna pull out the crowd at a concert at any time, or I don't know, any top dudes are gonna be like willing to take her off the market at any time. So she's not gonna spend a lot of time and energy talking to you and give you much time because she feels that that's time wasted towards a guy that's more. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. But any other questions and concerns? If not, I'm about to go. I've been live for almost a little under an hour. I appreciate everybody that's been here. Make sure if you haven't yet, you subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna emphasize that because I gotta get these numbers up. These numbers is, I see people here, but I don't see the reflection on the subscription part. So make sure you're subscribing. I hope I wasn't too harsh on the ladies. I'm just giving my perspective, my realness about what I experience or what I go through as a single guy, no kids, dealing with single mothers. It might be different for you than me. There's all variables to encounters with women. There's always variables, whether you're tall or whether you're a certain complexion, whether you have certain money. You're gonna get a different outcome than I'm gonna get. But I'm gonna tell you, I probably have gotten way more experience than an average man. And I will tell you, I've dealt with way more women than the average man, whether that's sexually, whether that's talking. And I've dealt with a lot of attractive women, whether they're sevens and ups. I don't deal with low, like women I'm not attracted to. Let's just say that. Women I'm not attracted to, I don't deal with that. I deal with women, only women I'm attracted to, I deal with personally. And I like nice looking women. I don't like certain type of, so you're getting good quality information from me about a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna give you BS. And if you want one of my dudes to come up on here, one of my homeboys that know me for years to come up on here and they co-sign how I get down. They know I've had some quality women that 98% of dudes would be like, oh yeah, I want that. So you're getting quality information from me. You're not getting like, just stuff I'm pulling out. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Let me see what you had to say. I got to get my one friend. She never tried to force me. Confident. She just knew what. And that's good. That's good. That's what I'm saying. Women with kids, they should be more on a certain, they should not be as demanding as somebody without kids. They should be more accommodating, and I don't see or feel that for the most part. I will also add, some women that have kids just know the game. They know that, okay, you just want to just smash. You don't want to take me serious because I have all these kids. Hey, it happens. Hey, maybe they might. Maybe there's some good looking. I know. I will admit this. There's one woman I think is so freaking gorgeous. I think one of the most, just gorgeous physically. And I know a lot of dudes would say that too. But she has 5 kids. And she's probably a little bit off, meaning she's not, all the screws ain't too tight, but she's beautiful, right? 5 kids. If she knew how to treat me long term, I do think she's narcissistic to a degree. I don't want to call her narcissistic. It's an overused word these days, but if she had her mind together and she looked that good, who knows, But it's just a lot with her, But that's just an example. You got some beautiful women with kids that's like, you have to take into your mind what you want to do with her. And she's been married 4 times. That shows you how beautiful she is. And she has a nice frame. She no stomach, nice frame, all of that. So she's something most men would pursue if they seen her walking down the street. They wanna holler because her, light skin and she's attractive, very attractive, but she got 5 kids. So it's like, what can you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, and some of them have different fathers. So it's like, what more can you do with that situation besides one thing? But she wants more a lot of times. She wants more. Again, this is why you have to be a smart dude, because I know she's gotten some dudes to commit, but they don't work out for whatever reason. So, but you guys, I'm trying to help you guys and make sure that you guys don't make a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes out there in the dating pool, in the dating world. We gotta get to those things. little by little. But I just want to share some you know, some tips, tricks, advice if you're ever considering a single mother, what you want to maybe take into consideration before you deal with them long term. And that's about it. I'm gonna just end it there. I wanted to maybe make it into an hour, but maybe it won't be an hour per se. I'm gonna try to get to some of these comments. My wife looked like a Puerto Rican Julia Roberts when she was young, tall, slim, but was ratchet. Where was she from? Where's she from? If you don't mind me asking, Vlad, where's she from? Because she sounds nice, but where's she from? Though women like that hit the genetic lottery, I would say, man. They hit the genetic lottery, meaning you could pump that woman with 3 or 4 kids and she still look the same. There's some women that you pump 1 kid and they blow up, no offense, or they get 2 kids, they blow up, no offense. You know, it's just genetics, man. Some women, like going back to that woman with the 5 kids, she got 5 kids, you wouldn't even tell. I'm like, 5 kids, damn. She already trying to hit me with she want my baby, you want to have 6. I'm like, come on, man. But she probably could do it because she has the body for it. So she probably could pump out another kid and nobody even tell. But women like that is like, most guys want women like that. Like, not if most men want a woman that if you knock them up, they body bounce back to a certain level. It doesn't like get worse. It bounces back. Most guys want that. I'm just being honest. Most guys want that. So if you find somebody that could get knocked up and they body bounce back to like what it was, if not better somehow, like maybe they got bigger hips, bigger breasts, that's what's up. P-A. Okay. Oh, okay. Yay. That ratchet culture is everywhere these days, man. So it's hard to escape it. You gotta just try to go other places, and experience different types of people because it's not everywhere, but it is a lot of places, especially in America, especially in certain demographics. That ratchet stuff, especially like I said, beautiful women, they have a lot of options. So with that, they're not gonna tell everybody no. And 9 times out of 10, the guys that tell yes, it's not gonna be quality dudes in the sense of character. They're gonna be dudes that have money, have other women, so they have to then, deal with what comes with dealing with guys like that. So they develop all these characteristics, all these traits, and then it's just a bad cycle, man. Hi, Tahada. Make sure if you're here, you like, comment, subscribing. I was just talking about my opinions with single mothers. I would never say you shouldn't, but I would say it's a case-by-case basis. But I also would say she should be accommodating for you as a man if you want to deal with her and she has kids. If she's not accommodating me and she's treating you poorly, she's not prioritizing you at times, your needs, your wants, your desires, why are you there? Because if you continue that relationship, you're going to be expected to take care of that kid regardless what she says. Do not believe that, no, you're going to have to do something for that kid at some point, whether it's picking up from school, whether it's dropping them at a function, whatever it is, you're going to have to do that. Let me see. Someone found my real identity. I had to report them and post them on my YouTube channel. Please do not try to find my real identity. I'm scared. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man or woman. I don't know. She got better. It's upbringing. Yeah, it's upbringing. Upbringing makes a lot. Factors in a lot. Because if they have poor upbringing, it's even worse to deal with her as an adult because she got to take what she learned outside of the house home and inside the house home, and then she got to it's a train wreck, especially if she don't have a good father or a father presence or fatherly presence in her life. And that goes for men and women. It's going to be hard, to really break those bad habits out of those people, So, like I said, some people like that are more for fun. I don't know how old you are, but once you sound like you say you married, so or whatever, but for the younger people, certain women with certain characteristics and traits. I'm talking from man's perspective. Traits, you should just look at them as fun. Yeah, they're beautiful. That's it. But where their heads at? Oh, she gonna get you more trouble if you deal with her long term versus you cut it off short and then you move on. Because women can get you in a lot of trouble, man. Whether it's financial trouble, whether it's actually legal trouble. Certain types of women can get you in a lot of trouble. They just invite certain people into their circle. I've dealt with women, beautiful, right? But they're so like, what's the word I want to use? They're so enchanting and they're so open. Their mouth always, it never stops. So they're always inviting people in, and sometimes they invite dudes in, and it just gets kind of complicated and awkward. It's just like, oh my god. Then the dude will put, oh, what's up with you and her, man? Is that your girl? Is that this? It can get really awkward sometimes. So, luckily, I'm a cool dude. I know how to kind of, oh, ha, ha, ha. I'm not like like, yo, what are you talking to my girl for, man? Get away from us. I'm not like that, and because that could always go left if you're kind of like territorial like that. But you gotta watch. It depends on the girl, man. Oh, you're 50 now. Okay, so you're around my age almost. I'm not that old, but I'm not too far away. So okay, you met me 26 and 50 now. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Thank you for the support. I'm reading back your comment, but thank you for the support on the live, man. Yes, I'm trying to do this more often. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably gonna end it in a few. If anybody have any questions to drop, I'll definitely tip. So, KK Cat, what was your question? I don't even know what your question is. If you feel that you have to delete your YouTube, then do that. If it's for your safety, then do whatever you gotta do, or try to word your yeah. Why are they trying to find your identity for? What do you have to hide? Like I don't understand what you hiding from. But yeah, definitely be careful with that. Let me see. We're gonna have to get some mods, man. We're gonna have to get some mods for a little bit. But either way, fellas, man, once you know the game, I never got the game until I was a little older, but once you get the game, it's a lot easier to manage out there. I'm not saying certain people are right, some people are wrong. There are some right and wrongs out being said. There are some misconceptions out there. I think people don't go into a lot of detail. I think that's what's missing. There's not enough detail on stuff. I think people just leave stuff blanketed and leave people to kind of break it down and interpret it from there. But I think things need to be more broken down. But I get it too. Sometimes they don't have the time to really go deep into certain discussions and topics and stuff like that. So I get that too. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to go more deeper into certain situations, certain conversations and stuff like that, certain topic points. I'm trying to get maybe more sophisticated with the lies and have more better content to talk about. And we could react to some stuff. So give me time with that. It's coming. It'll be here at some point. But I just want to just definitely say thank you to everybody that came by. I see we got like 25 people left, which is a good number. Hopefully 24 or 25 people. Please give us subscribe to the page if you haven't. We're trying to get this live, this channel growing, this channel popping. We want to grow this thing. So I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm about to end it in a few. This is DJ 2K Nitro. Unless I see some good questions in here. Anybody have any questions? Vlad, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you the commenting in the comment section. Thank you for the subscribe as well. Appreciate that, my brother. All the best with you and your family, man. I appreciate that. I try to come on live at least once, twice a week. My schedule's kind of wacky right now. I'm probably gonna come back live on Thursday, but I'll give everybody an update as soon as possible once I know my schedule. So I definitely will let people know. That's why I say it's as good as you subscribe so you can know. The next topic I'll give you a heads up on the next topic. The next topic we're gonna talk about is how I had it in my head, but I think I lost the train of thought. But I once I get it back, I will post it. But it's gonna be a decent one again. Just again going more detailed into stuff. Be on the lookout for the topic. There's a lot of stuff on my brain, but you know, it's a good one again. Just misconceptions and stuff. I want to just break down and give better perspective and outlook on stuff to the fellas. So definitely be on the lookout, man. Yo, I appreciate the love. To the 18 people here, I'm about to end the live. Make sure you go and subscribe if you haven't. This is DJ 2K Nitro. Please, if you have, also look out for my next videos and watch some of my old videos. It's very insightful. And with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all be safe. I'll be back Thursday, man. Peace.